Hello and welcome to your yoga class. I'm Dana Umberger, owner of Peaceful Monkey Yoga, and I am so excited to practice with you today. Before we get started, there are a few optional tools you may just want to have available. The first is 2 blocks or books of equal size, and the second is either a towel or a blanket. Now let's get started with our practice. First, let's start in a comfortable seated position. Hands resting on your knees, either palms up, asking to receive, or palms down, really grounding yourself today. Sitting up tall with a straight spine, softening or closing your eyes. Taking a few breaths here, fully arriving to your practice. And on your next exhale, begin to flutter your eyes open. And place your hands by your sides. And inhale your arms up, maybe palms touch. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down. Last one, inhale, arms up. And exhale down. And place your hands by your sides again. And walk one hand out a little further. Inhale the other arm up. And exhale over. And switch. Inhale up. And exhale over. One more time each side. Inhale up. This time reaching through the fingertips. And inhale up and exhale over. Reach through the fingertips. And then come back to center. Bring your hands in front of you. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, press your hands away, round your spine, drop your head. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, press away, round your spine. And then come back to neutral. And this time, inhale your arms up, and exhale, hands come behind your back. Either your hands are interlaced behind you, or you're using your towel or your blanket. Then inhaling to lengthen, and exhale, press your hands down, shoulders back, shoulder blades down, chest up, chin slightly up. And then release that. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, press down, shoulders back, shoulder blades down. And let that go. And you can place your blanket and your towel to the side for now. And we're going to roll onto our backs for reverse pigeon. So bringing your feet onto the mat, hip width apart. Then inhale your right leg up. Flex your foot. Externally rotate your foot. And then place your ankle on the opposite leg. And you can stay here, or you can reach one hand through your legs and the other one around to clasp the back of your thigh or the top of your shin. But you don't want to be up here like this. You want to make sure whichever you're clasping, you're able to bring your shoulders back to the mat and your tailbone down to the mat. And then maybe rocking your legs side to side. And then find some stillness. Release your hands, but keep this 4 square leg position. Bring your arms out like a T. And then begin to lean to the left until your right foot hits the floor. And then maybe pressing your thigh away from you and looking in the opposite direction. And then bringing your legs back up to center. Placing your foot back on the floor. All of that on the other side. Inhale your left leg up. Flex your left foot. Externally rotate your left foot. And then place it on the opposite leg. Staying here or reaching for the back of the thigh or the top of the shin. Ensuring you can bring your shoulders back to the mat and your tailbone to the mat. And then maybe rocking side to side. Then find some stillness. Place your foot on the floor. Keep this 4 square position. Bring your arms out like a T. Begin to lean to the right until your left foot hits the floor. And then maybe pressing your thigh away from you and looking in the opposite direction. Breathing here. And then coming back up to center and placing your foot back on the floor. And since we did a lot of external rotations, we're going to step our feet out to the outer edges of our mat and do some internal rotation. So dropping one leg, one knee in, and then the other knee in, internally rotating to offset all of the external rotations we just did. And then crossing your legs, rolling up to a seat, and then all the way down to our bellies. Placing your right cheek on the mat, arms out like cactus arms or goalpost arms, and bringing your left palm onto the mat, bending your left knee, and then rolling over onto your right side for a chest stretch on the right side. Breathing into the stretch. And then rolling back to center, placing your left cheek on the mat, your right palm on the mat, bending your right knee, and then rolling to your left side, stretching out the left side of your chest. And then rolling back to center, placing your elbows underneath your shoulders. Looking forward for Sphinx Pose. Soften where you can. Breathing into the lower back. And then you can stay here, or you can begin to press into your palms and straighten your elbows. Again, softening where you can. Breathing into the lower back. Then lowering down. Walk yourself back to child's pose, either knees together and arms behind you, or knees hip width apart, mat width apart, and arms in front of you. And then placing your forehead on the mat. Begin to walk your hands back toward you. Bring your knees back in, hip width apart this time. Wrists under shoulders. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips for downward facing dog. And since this is our first dog of the day, go ahead and pedal your feet out. Do any twists you need to. Make any movements that your body needs in this moment. And then find some stillness. Look to the front of your mat. Walk your feet towards your hands. Forward fold. Again, either bending one knee then the other, or holding opposite elbows, whatever your body needs. Maybe just being still. And then lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale your arms all the way out and up, maybe palms touch. And exhale, hands come to heart center. And hands come down for mountain pose. Take a few breaths in mountain. And step the left foot back somewhat wide for warrior two. The back foot, the toes are facing the long edge of your mat, and the front toes face the short edge of your mat. Hips are to the front, the long edge of your mat. Arms out, and then bend your front knee towards your second toe, but not over your toes. And then look toward your front fingertips. And you're not too far in the future or back in the past. You're right here in the present. And inhale, lift your arms up, straighten your front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arms up, straighten your front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arms up. This time, keep your knees straight, but exhale your arms back to warrior two arms. And then inhale, reach, 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 reach over the front leg as far as you can. And exhale, windmill your arms for high, medium, or low triangle. And your gaze can go wherever's comfortable for your neck. And inhale, let that top arm pull you back up into warrior two. Flip your front palm. Inhale your arm up. Exhale back, reverse warrior. Breathe into the side body. And inhale, lift your arm up over onto your leg, or you can bring your hand down to the mat in the back or the front. Again, breathing into the side body or extended side angle. Gazing wherever's comfortable for your neck. Inhale up, back to warrior two. You can straighten the front leg and step your foot back to the front of your mat for mountain pose. And we're going to do all of that on the other side. So step your right foot back for warrior two. Now I'm going to turn around so you're not staring at my back. Again, getting our feet placed. Back foot for the long edge of the mat, front foot toward the short edge, hips toward the long edge, arms up, and knee bending toward the second toe. Right here in the present, looking toward our front fingertips. And breathing. Strong warrior. And inhaling, arms up, straightening your front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arms up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up. This time, keeping your knees straight, exhaling the warrior two arms. Inhaling, reach, 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 reach over the front leg. And exhale, windmill the arms for triangle, high, medium, or low. Gazing wherever's comfortable for your neck. And inhale, let your top arm pull you back up to warrior two. Then flip the front palm. Inhale your arm up, exhale back, reverse warrior. Breathing. And inhale your back arm up. And exhale over for extended side angle, either elbow on your leg or on the mat in the back or the front. Gazing wherever's comfortable for your neck. Breathing into your side body. Then inhale your arm up, back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. And then step back to the front of your mat for mountain pose. Sun A to down dog. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back into plank, either knees up or knees down. Then lower down to low plank or all the way to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra, cobra, or press all the way up into upward facing dog, lifting your legs off the mat, pressing firmly into the tops of your feet, protecting your lower back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee, and then open up your right hip. Inhale back to three-legged dog. And then step through to runner's lunge. Knee up or knee down. Place your left hand onto the mat. Inhale your right arm up for a twist. Exhale your right arm down. Now you may need your blocks, so go ahead and place them where you can reach them. Walk your hands up to the top of your leg. Inhale, shift forward, bring your arms up. And exhale, shift back, straightening your right leg and pulling your right hip back. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale, shift back, pull that hip back. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale back. You may want to move your blocks out of your way. Bring your knees together. Turn toward the long edge of your mat. And step your right foot out for a modified side plank gait pose combo. Inhale your arm up and exhale over for a modified side plank. Inhale up, exhale over for gait pose. We're trying to close the gait. We're not here, we're here, opening up the chest. One more time, modified side plank. Inhale up and over for gait pose. And then back to center. Bring your knees back together. Step your right foot forward. Coming back into that runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Send your right foot back up for three-legged dog. And then back down for downward facing dog. All of that on the other side. Inhale your left leg up for three-legged dog. Bend your left knee. Open your left hip. Inhale back three-legged dog. And then exhale, step through. Maybe a few steps for runner's lunge. Knee up or knee down. May need your blocks again, so keep them close. Walk your hands up onto the top of your leg. Then inhale, shift your weight forward, lifting your arms. And then exhale, shift back, straightening your left leg, pulling your left hip back. And inhale, shift forward. And exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Placing your blocks out of our way again. Bringing your knees together. Turning toward the long edge of our mat. Stepping the left foot out for modified side plank, gait pose combo. Inhale your arm up and exhale over for modified side plank. Inhale up, exhale over for gait pose, trying to close that gate, but keeping our chest open. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up and exhale over. And come back to center. Bring your knees back together, turn toward the front of your mat. Step back into that runner's lunge on your left side. Plant your hands. Step your left foot back up for a three-legged dog, and then back to downward facing dog. Look to the front of your mat. Begin to walk your feet towards your hands. Half lift. And fold. And inhale your arms all the way out and up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Now for balancing, if you have a solid wall nearby, this is not solid. If you have a solid wall nearby, you may want to go stand near it so you can have your hand on the wall on the side. The wall would be on your side. And once you're ready, find a spot in front of you that is not moving, about 3 feet in front of you. And then bring your weight into your left foot. Inhale your right knee up. And exhale, place your ankle on the opposite leg and sit down for a bonsai tree. Maybe your hands come to heart center. One more breath. And inhale, bring your knee back up. Exhale, warrior 3. Send it back. I'm a little close to my wall. And breathe. Be okay with the effort. And inhale, bring your knee back up. Back to bonsai. Exhale, sit down. One breath. Inhale your knee up. And exhale, warrior 3. One breath. Inhale your knee up. And exhale, place it down. Nice job. Shimmy it out. We'll do it again on the other side. So bring your weight into your right foot and find your spot about 3 feet in front of you that's not moving. Catch your breath if you need to. Inhale your left knee up. And exhale, sit down for bonsai pose. Maybe hands come to heart center. One more breath. Inhale your knee up. Exhale, snip back, warrior three. One more breath. Be okay with the effort. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, bonsai tree. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, warrior three. One breath. Inhale, knee up. And exhale down. Very nicely done. Shimmy it out. Now step your feet a little bit wide. Start with maybe mat width. Then inhale your arms out and up. Hands touch. Hands come to heart center. And then begin to squat. We're coming into Yogi Squat. So all the way down. And maybe rocking from side to side. And then find some stillness and have a seat. You deserve it after all that balancing. Place your legs out in front of you, feet together, and then bend your knees slightly. Inhale your arms up. Exhale over your legs, clasping the outside of your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, begin to straighten your knees as you press your arches of your feet away from you. See if you can get a little more length in your spine by starting with bent knees. Then inhale, lengthen, and exhale. You can fold forward over your legs any way you like. Bent knees, straight spine, rounded spine. And inhale, lift up. Then bring your feet together, the bottoms of your feet. And then open them up like a book. And your heels can be close to your body or they can be a little bit further away. And inhale, lengthening your spine. And exhale, forward folding, reaching out over your feet with your head. Then inhale, sit up. And then place your feet together. Clasp your toes with your hands. Inhale, and then exhale, fold forward over your feet any way you like. Rounded spine, straight spine. Yogi's choice. Inhale, rise up. Now we just did some external rotations, so we need to do our internal rotation, stepping our feet to the outside edges of our mat, lowering one knee, and then the other. This will help you prevent getting sciatica from all of those external rotations. And then find some stillness. Bring your feet to where they're about hip width apart, and your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Press firmly into your feet and lift up reverse tabletop. Or you can straighten your legs for a reverse tabletop. 2 breaths. Lower down. One more time for 1 breath. And then lower down. Rolling onto our backs. Lift both feet in the air, both arms in the air, and lift your fingers as high as you can, trying to reach your ceiling, and then drop your shoulders. And then you can rotate your ankles and your wrists for a resting bug. You can also be just still if you'd like. Very restful, resting bug pose. And you can either stay in resting bug, or you could come into waterfall or supported waterfall. So for waterfall, it's just legs up in the air. Or if you'd like, you could put them against a solid wall. And for supported waterfall, it's the same thing, except that you have a blanket or a towel or a block under your sacrum, which is that flat spot just below the base of your spine. Yogi's choice. And then once you're in your inversion, soften where you can and just breathe. Take 2 more breaths. And then lower your feet, lower your arms if you're in resting bug. Remove your blanket or your towel or your block. And then bring your knees into your chest. Give your knees a big hug. Thank your body for all it does for you. Then release your arms out to the side. Begin to lean your knees to one side, either keeping your knees stacked, or you can extend one leg, the top leg, and look in the other direction. Soften where you can. There's nothing left to do in this pose. And just breathe. And then bring your knees back to center and lean them to the other side. Again, keeping them stacked or extending the top leg and then looking in the opposite direction. Softening where you can. And just breathing. Then bring your knees back up to center. Again, giving them a big hug. And then make any movements you need to, any last wiggles before we come into our final posture, our resting pose. And then once you've made all the movements you need, decide how you want to spend your last pose. Either supine like me, or on your side, or in a comfortable seat. And then soften or close your eyes. Soften your forehead. Soften your jaw. Soften your chest and your shoulders. Soften your arms and your elbows. Soften your wrists and your fingertips. Soften your upper back and your lower back. Soften your hips and your legs. Soften your knees and your calves. Soften your ankles and your feet and your toes. And just rest. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Then roll onto your favorite side in a cozy cat position with your head resting on your hands. And then begin to press yourself up into a seated position. And flutter your eyes open. Place your hands by your sides. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and enjoy the rest of your day.